Hello Pisces, welcome to your reading all about the solar eclipse and how it's going to be impacting you, what you can expect around this time, and all that good stuff. So let's dive in and see what's going on for you. So I've been pre-shuffling, I've been praying over your energy, and you have the Nine of Swords coming up to represent a little bit about what this solar eclipse is kind of bringing forward, or what its messages are. And you have the Nine of Swords, so if you've been overthinking, if you've been living in what it seems to be a nightmare of thoughts, if you've been worrying, if you've been stressing, if you've been doubting, then this solar eclipse is really coming through for you to kind of let that go. Okay. It's reminding me of that kind of saying, or that quote is like, is it anxiety or is it overthinking? Something about it makes you kind of live it twice, right? There's no point worrying about something if you don't even know if it's going to unfold in that way, right? If you're thinking worst case scenarios, it might not even happen. And even if it does happen, now you've lived it twice. So it's almost allowing things to unfold in the way that they need to, without feeling like you need to overthink the worst case scenario. I wonder what that's about. So let's dive into this energy. All right, let's see what's going on for you guys. It might be just an important message to come out of your head at this time, okay? All right, for Pisces, solar eclipse. Okay, you got the why card. This is really about diving a bit deeper. Maybe it's a need to do that. Why am I assuming the worst? Where did this come from? Where is this habit coming from? Why am I feeling this way? Okay, asking yourself deeper questions might help you get to the root of it. Okay, this is also a time where you might be questioning your beliefs, questioning your subconscious mind. All right, let's see. What is an animal that wants to come out and collaborate with Pisces during the solar eclipse? Wolf spirit, turn knowledge into wisdom. What this means is that maybe you do have a lot of knowledge around something in life in general, whatever you've been worried about. But knowledge is fine, but wisdom is really, the difference between these two is that wisdom is you've lived it, right? You've put your knowledge into action. So I feel like for a lot of you, you are being called to not just think about things, not just worry about it, not just plan and prep, but do it, you know? Let's see what that's about. Like, I still feel like I'm not entirely sure. Let's see what's going on here. Like, I just don't know why I'm feeling very drawn towards this quilt here. I wonder if you guys have like a homemade duvet or quilt, whatever you guys call it. I'm from the UK, so that's my lingo. All right, let's see what is going on for what's going on for Pisces. Okay, your spirit guides want you to focus on serenity and healing at this time. Okay, bringing more peace into your life, inner peace, whatever it is that you feel like you need. Maybe it's a good time to get into your spiritual practices, because sometimes I see this as the Akashic record. So that's your past lives, your purpose. You're thinking about your purpose here. Now, your purpose, Pisces, is to just live, is to enjoy life. That's everybody's purpose, to survive and to be here. You're already doing it, so you're already achieving that. But to make it a little bit more easier is to find serenity. And I always see this card as like stopping to smell the roses and paying attention to what's around you, like focusing on the beauty in life, okay? Not just rushing through and trying to get everything done. And even trying to figure out your purpose sometimes is a way of distracting you from being present and living, you know? And living is your purpose. So let's dive a bit deeper. I feel like I want to just let it all go. My God, it feels like such a heavy weight on your chest. So this is your heart chakra for sure. And they're referring back a little bit to your solar plexus as well. All right, let's see. Which means it's affecting your love. It's affecting your heart space, maybe your gratitude for life. And it's also affecting your ability, like your willpower. So you might have felt a bit sluggish lately and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, let's get you another card out. For Pisces, abundance, rich inside out. Well, there you go. You'll free yourself. I was just saying it's time to let it all go. It's time to make a decision, follow your heart. Sometimes screaming helps. So some of you need to purge some of this frustration for sure. And abundance, rich inside out, generous money flow, prosperity is on its way. And that is reminding me of a phrase where it says, like, if you knew that everything would work out just as you knew it would or wanted it to, if you knew everything would be okay and that you would reach all those goals, how would you spend each day? Would you spend it like frustrated and angry and, you know, not being able to sleep at night because you're just worried about everything? Or would you be a lot more calm, relaxed, and just happy, you know? So they want you to kind of step into that energy. Maybe visualizing is really going to help you guys out. Anyway, overall energy of this solar eclipse for Pisces. How is this solar eclipse showing up here? the King of Wands, passion, determination. You got a lot of ideas. Now, this is not your energy, but I feel like because the King of Wands being here, it could definitely be an energy that you want to step into. Being able to adapt to situations. And maybe that's just what Spirit's calling for you to step into, actually, is to have the sheer determination. That fist balled here, it's like he's ready. He's ready to fight. And I feel like that's an energy they want you to step into. Yeah, the fire is always, so I'm hearing like the fire under his butt, which basically you'd say when someone's got that like a motivation or drive. Okay, I'm going to clarify that. Why is the solar eclipse coming through as the King of Wands here? The Hanged Man. That's you, Pisces, needing to see things from a different lens or perspective, to observe. I wonder if there's someone around you that you look up to in some way, and Spirit's kind of calling for you, okay, instead of being like upset or dwelling about it or heartbroken about it, thinking about it, how can I be that person? It's almost like, okay, maybe it's a good time to kind of observe. What do they do? How can you implement that in your life? Instead of feeling hopeless and helpless, it's a really important time to observe. What can you learn through this situation or these feelings right now? Okay, I wonder if you feel, yeah, okay. All right, let's get one more for the King of Wands. It's like a manager here, an Ace of Cups. And the Queen of Cups, which is, Queen of Wands. So King of Wands, Queen of Wands, that could be a relationship coming through here. Ace of Cups being here, I mean, if there's someone new coming into your life, you guys are a match here. You both see things through a similar lens. You both have ambition and drive. Ace of Cups is unconditional love, so that's really nice. The Hanged Man, though, usually comes up when we're in a little bit of a tricky or difficult or uncomfortable situation. So whether love is coming through at this time, there's so many messages I'm getting, so sorry. So whether it's coming through at this time, they want you to see it a bit differently. Maybe you're going through discomfort in a relationship, looking at it differently is going to help you find that unconditional love and to see things through the eyes of unconditional love for sure. Another thing I'm getting outside of that, King of Wands, as I said, if you're, instead of like being angry about what you're not doing and who you're not yet becoming, I want you to understand the only reason why you are observing or desiring to be that person is because you have a lot of love for it. So instead of being angry or fearful, that's the very opposite of love. So I feel like stepping into this new energy of seeing it through that different lens of love, most likely you're going to be more likely to step into it. Same with your work. If you are feeling more frustrated about the outcome of your work, you used to love your work, but now it's becoming more frustrating. It's like, okay, this is an opportunity to understand that you need to fall in love with it again. Really random, but there we go. Like, oh, I got that out there for someone. Anyway, what's the energy of Pisces at this time during this solar eclipse? Whoa, well, I like that. You're giving business boss, you're giving authority, leadership. Nine of Pentacles tells me that financially you're feeling quite stable there. So what's the fear? You just got a lot on your mind. You got a lot of responsibility right now. You're showing up as the Emperor, which is pretty damn awesome. Okay, you're building an empire, building a business for some of you. Why is the Emperor here in Pisces energy? 2 wands, you're planning for the future. That's why you're there. You're ready to take control of your destiny, which is awesome. Love that. One more for the Emperor showing up in Pisces energy. The 10 of Cups here. Yeah, so you're focusing on your future long-term happiness and emotional fulfillment, and maybe on your future family, or maybe just family in general. Like, this feels like this is the goal: emotional fulfillment and happiness. Do you know what? Can I say something to you? And that might be a bit triggering, but happiness can be found in this present moment, right? If you're looking for it. If you always feel like it's something out of reach, of course it will always be something out of reach, always something to work towards, always, to find peace and to find love or to find happiness. It's always outside of myself. It's always in, after I've done all this effort. Ace of Cups, I feel like you can have that now, right? That love you can find within yourself. You can find it in strangers at times. Now, it's good to do that if you're planning on the future. That's pretty awesome. You're working on a goal. Love that. But just remember that you can have it now. And I just want to bring that back because of serenity and abundance, rich inside out. You must find it within first to manifest it in the outside. Otherwise, you're going to manifest it and be not very happy with it, All right. Well, let's dive into your challenge or blockage during the solar eclipse. The Knight of Pentacles, taking your time. You are building something for your long term. The Knight of Pentacles, maybe learning new things could be a challenge. Maybe long term, a long journey is causing a challenge for you. Why? Okay, why is the Knight of Pentacles a challenge for Pisces? Why is this a challenge during the solar eclipse? Six of Cups. Interesting. That's about soulmates. It's also about nostalgia. Could be feeling a little bit slowed down. 10 of Wands. This is a little bit of baggage, I would say. Like, this is something that needs to be released. I don't know why I'm seeing it as a little bit of a heavy weight going on here. And it's within you. So and it's back again. Okay, so what they're showing me, this is you on this nice little horse here, and you are moving forward. And it's great, slow and steady wins the race most of the time. It's a good card, and I want to relate it to the wolf in a minute, but let me finish my message, Spirit, please. Taking your time is fine. I clearly feel like that's what's annoying you, is because you're not seeing a lot of progress in the timing that you want it to for some of you. I do feel like there might be a need to release something that you might be holding on to, because I'm seeing that there is this invisible weight on this horse. It's slowing this horse down. And I don't think the horse is you. You're on the horse. The horse represents something. A business, I don't know, a relationship. It feels like a metaphor for a topic of your life. You're ready to learn. You're ready to kind of move forward, but something is so slow moving. It's so frustrating. And it's an invisible heavy weight that you have, and it's probably to do with the past. Once you release that, I feel like the horse is going to speed up. It's like, okay, like that, whatever that invisible energy was, is finally being lifted, and the horse can start to gain some pace again. All right, Knight of Pentacles, maybe there's something to learn here. Let me just get one more for this. Why is this a challenge? The other message I was saying here, actually, Wolf Spirit, turn knowledge into wisdom. Your challenge here is, again, applying what you know already. For some of you, if you've learned some things recently, you did a course of some kind, you've educated yourself on something, now you have to go out there and get it. And maybe the Six of Cups represents that comfort zone, the familiar. Okay, actually, Pisces, at least those who are Pisces rising, this will be happening in your second house, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that is the house of your wealth, your values, your resources, your money, for example. So that could be an area for some of you where this is important. So, okay, that's being your challenge here. Let's see what your advice is then from Spirit. What's the advice, please, for Pisces during the solar eclipse? The 10 of Cups. Your advice, yes, as we said, like doing what you're doing is fine. Focusing and visualizing your future is absolutely okay. But like I said before, I do feel like that's coming back to understand that you can have this now, right? Temperance, take a pit stop where necessary. Realign yourself. Remember what's your main goal in life. Most of the time it's not just finances, right? It's having a happy family, or it's feeling more connected to others. When the 10 of Cups comes in, it's community. Maybe it is, maybe it's just happiness in general, right? It doesn't have to just be a long-term goal that you have to fight for and climb mountains for. You can try to find it here and now. What does that mean? Focusing only on that, not on the fears and worries and all the things you have to do, okay, but also on what you do currently have already and making the most of that as you're walking along the journey, okay? Temperance, harmony, realignment, balance, patience. Why is the 10 of Cups the advice for Pisces? Okay, the High Priestess. Okay, this is your subconscious mind as well. So I would really say it's a really good time to visualize, because you'll attract in what it is you're trying to manifest without being so worried about it. Because it will feel more familiar to you. It won't feel scary. Your nervous system is not going to reject great opportunities because of that. High Priestess is also, in terms of your advice, is really tapping into your intuition. All right, diving deeper into the why is important. Okay. Yeah, connecting to the universe. Maybe again, I think I said to you, well, actually your weeklies have not come out yet, but what I am saying in that reading actually is maybe paying a bit more attention to your spiritual practices. I think, unless that was your last reading, I don't know. But that's definitely something that's coming up for you guys. It's really important to make sure that you are delving deeper into your psyche, your subconscious mind, finding out where where these feelings or thoughts are coming from. Okay. And 10 of Cups, this is the rainbow after some difficulties. So your advice is to keep focusing on the fact that things are going to absolutely be the way that you want them to, like I was saying before. All right, my angels. All right, well, there we go. That's what I have for you. Enjoy your reading. I will see you guys very soon with your weeklies, which will be uploaded soon. But yeah, enjoy the solar eclipse.